Hello, folks. Good evening, or whatever time it is. I've got lots of miscellaneous tasks. I'm really just trying to make progress on this this area of the game, the Tanglewood. I've been procrastinating so much on it. I just need to get rooms done, finish them up. Don't be so perfectionist. Don't spend so much time polishing, doing artwork. That said, I have some art to do. So, um, and some mechanics. I need to make a toggle switch. So this switch will change between the green and the orange. Let's see. Here's the orange one. Not bad. Green, orange. And then it can open and close certain gates depending on whether it's green or orange. And that will just give me some more flexibility with puzzle design. I need it for the puzzle that I'm going to put in this location. So yeah, that's what I'm going to work on first. I'm going to make a... just realized something interesting. Okay, don't need that. I'm going to put these over here. I am going to remove some of this collision for now just so I can test stuff more easily. This gate is connected to this switch, so I can test that. Oh, I just kind of realized. Well, the toggle switch is going to be a little bit tricky because right now switches only target one thing. So if I want like this to open more than one gate, I would... Well, there's a couple of ways to do it. For now, I'm just going to code the switch to do one, and then I'll change the behavior. Okay, so I'm going to use the pressure plate, this one. Pressure plate all? What does that mean? Oh, I remember. I don't need that right now. Okay, using pressure plate as a reference, and then I'm going to take the crystal switch. Which one is it? TA will be the basic one. This, I don't know. Event user trigger, which is 2, and 3 is detrigger. Oh no, 3 is disabled. So 1 is trigger, function pressed. 2 is detrigger. So for the crystal switch, this one should also have a trigger, but not a detrigger, because it is... Oh, and it's going to hit... Every time it gets hit, it's going to do this. Okay, well that's fine. Trigger inst. Trigger sprite will have... Okay, so this... is what I need as a basic. So here's the TA switch. I need to add a trigger event. And it will not use a safe map because this one will just toggle back and forth. And then the trigger inst will do the same thing as normal. Is there a detrigger inst? There is. Okay. So what I need is a state variable, which will just be 0 by default. I can say state equals... We'll just do it like this way. Okay, so the first state will swap states and trigger the instance. If it's the second state, we will go back and detrigger the instance. Oops. Like this. At the end, we can do this. Okay. This should work for a toggle gate, unless I made a mistake, which is likely. So let us see. Load our test save. Go through the collision. Well, we're off to a great start. So what causes the crystal switch? It has the parent par crystal switch, which should do it. Parent, yep. Oh, well, that would do it. See how this goes. It's been a long time since I coded the switches. It's a little weird, and I should go back and I should have done it differently than I did, but it's fine. Great. Nothing wrong at all. Okay. How does it... So the crystal switch, it just disables. That's why. Save mat set true false. So I need like a... What was the cooldown? I had to do that for this. How did I do that? Did I do that with a call later? Trigger... Yeah. I did it like this. Okay. TA, here's the trigger event. Then I say not hit. Do this. And then at the end of this, I say hit is true. I call later. And I say hit fault. Call later just calls some code. Some duration later, in this case, half a second. So half second cooldown. Not the most efficient way to write this kind of thing, but it's like in terms of computer efficiency, but it's very easy to do, so it's fine. Never fear. Okay, there's a nice little cooldown. Drink some water. Stay hydrated, everybody. Hey. That's satisfying. So now what I need is, what does this do? This is attached. Interesting. That's cute. I need, here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to make it so that this supports a list of instances. So what has target inst is that, so the crystal switch, the parent of that is trigger. So par trigger has target inst. Okay, I'm gonna make this into a list. How does that work? Let's see if, I don't know how the instance variables works. Okay, it has to be a drop-down thing, so it's not an array. Although, oh, wait a second. Ah, I forgot something. This is actually easy. I don't need this at all. Go back. Per trigger. Don't need that. All I do is for the code editor win. Okay. We're gonna do it like this. If is array else. Okay, so if it's one thing, just do the normal code. And then in here, we'll just do a for loop. As if target is an array instead. So I don't know if this will work for every single thing that uses the trigger inst and detrigger inst functions. However, it won't cause any issues until I actually attempt to use it as an array. So I am Gucci. Like if I get a switch later and I'm like, oh, I want to use it as an array, I run in there and try it. It crashes then when I'm testing it. This won't affect any old locations, and then I can go and fix it for the others. But this should work for the toggle switch. So what I can do is instead of, so this is not an array, this is just a number. But I think it doesn't actually filter type. Yeah. So I can do this instead. Let's say I want this one. And this one. Oh, it does filter a type. So I need to change the integer into an expression. That's easy enough and also shouldn't change anything. Because lovely game maker types. Real string expression. There we go. Oh, I see I even get the, hey, that's not an expression. What are you doing? There we go. Does that mean it's going to evaluate it? Well, we'll find out. Oh, I mean, if it evaluates it, it still returns as what it is. Should be fine. Okay. Oh, I clicked on the two wrong ones. But hey there, two at once. Excellent. Now what I need is a toggle for the toggle gate that inverts its behavior. So it stays up or stays down, and like, so they're all going to be up by default. I need one that stays down by default so that I can switch them. So here's the toggle vine gate, and its parent should be this. So I want to add reversed. I'll make it a Boolean. It is not true by default. And in here, I just reverse the behavior. So I think I can say if reversed. Oh, wait. What? What's going on? Okay, I'm using the wrong toggle gate, horizontal. There's my events. Okay, great. So I can have a variable in here. I say, I'm just gonna be dumb, call it reverse check. Okay, that's false. D-trigger. Okay, so I'm basically saying if in the trigger event, if you're reversed, use the D-trigger event instead, and the opposite in here. This is not the best way to do this, I don't think, but the best way to do code is always if it works and it doesn't take that long. And if it works, I am not too concerned. Oh, I didn't actually check any reversed, but those work. South. Okay, so I'm gonna swap these. And this one I will reverse. Boop. See what happens. So now a trigger should count as a D trigger, and a D trigger should count as a trigger. Unless I messed up, which, again, is quite likely. Go, go, go. Oopsie daisy. Okay. Oh. This is the wrong way around. Okay, and then the only other problem, this isn't going to work because the reversed gate needs to actually start in the closed state. So I also have to add that in, but... Oh, why? Oh. Right now it's running both events. It's the little things. This could have been 1 compile instead of 3, but I think I did it right. Okay. Wait. I only fixed this on one of them. What? Okay. I don't know how that happened. I could have sworn I copy-pasted it. Maybe I didn't copy, but I still pasted. Could be. 115th tries this charm. Okay, I think that's technically correct. Because what I have to do is have the bottom gate, the reversed gate, start in its down state, and then this will be fine. So now, that's just the toggle gate. Okay, so if it's reversed, it should trigger for its trigger count. Okay, it's gonna... wait. I need to do this correctly. I thought of a really dumb way to do it, but I'm not going to do it the dumb way. This time I need to do it right. Okay, so this is what happens when it's... I'm just going to copy paste this. So this is the trigger event. So if reversed... That's the right variable? Yeah. I need to do this immediately. So this part becomes triggers count equals triggers required. I.e., we've reached that point. And then we say solid equals false, depth equals room height. And then we say the sprite index is down. image index. Yeah. See how this looks. What the hell? Oh. I'm just gonna make this a function. Not commentating much, kind of very concentrating instead. Behold, for 'tis I, here to bring chaos and random programmer bugs. Welcome, Ivansky, though perhaps not your random programmer bugs. There's certainly been lots of bugs today. It's okay, at least I'm like working, you know? Why function, not a method? If you put a function in the create event in the scope of an object, it is a method. It's the same thing. You could declare it like a method, which would probably be more clear, but great. This gate now starts down, but it does not open up when I hit the switch. Why is that? Even the IntelliSense is fine. Yeah, because if I put it, because it's in this event, it becomes a method of the object. It's indistinguishable as far as I'm aware. This makes it blue instead of orange. Hey, Luna. But if you did, I think this might make it orange again. I could be wrong. Oh, I don't have feather enabled. Yeah, if you do this, it becomes orange again, anyways. Yeah, I mean, all functions are just functions. You just call it a method if it's attached to an object or a struct. Other than that, they're indistinguishable. Blue is a superior color. Sometimes. In this case, I do prefer the orange because I know that it's a function. But then what's the difference? None. They're just different ways of notating it. Now, the difference is if you want it to be static, you have to declare it like this. You can't make a static function. Now, this is interesting because you can't actually make a static method attached to an object. This is always static if you put it on an object. But inside of a struct, you'll actually make a new copy of the function for every struct, unless you declare it as static. So for structs, I always do this way, but other than that, I usually just use a function. I think. This was a little while ago. I may be remembering wrong at this point. But yeah, there's not really any difference. Kind of like variables in GameMaker, which are always just variables, you know? Like different scopes, but it's a variable. Do you remember when they were going to call structs lightweight objects? Those were the days. Always blue. Okay, Luna. GML is weird. Yes, it's very weird. I love it so much. I even asked like what happened to lightweight objects. They just they became too much like structs, and then they were like, why don't we just call them structs? That already exists. So that's a good choice. But the lightweight objects period was sad. I am nodding as if I have any idea what you guys are talking about. Yeah, just programmer jargon. Game Maker has had lots of updates in the last few years, and for a while it was super weird. Um, I was thinking like normal object assets, but without all the built-in code, like the physics engine. Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, those could still have a use. Um, I wouldn't mind them. Actually, I'd probably use them a lot if those existed. But I think it doesn't actually matter that much. Like I think that those built-in variables, the difference is minimal. Like I had to do a lot of optimizing for my paid project, and that isn't like those built-in variables aren't really concerned except for the way that they get in the way of like, what if I want to have another variable named X and I can't? Updates always make things weird for a while. Yes, it's true. Okay, so the trigger thing isn't working. Is it because it's not? I'm gonna add some print messages. It's gonna be this. I want to know when it's triggered and when it's detriggered. So I should see for one of them that it's triggered, and one of them should be triggering and then detriggering. Let's see how that goes. Slip over here. I don't know what that does on OBS, but we'll find out. Okay, hit it once. I have 3 triggers. Oh, wait, what? Really? Okay, so we see here on the first trigger, one of them triggered once, which is correct. And then the reversed one triggered twice instead of triggering and then detriggering. And then the same thing. Oh, but it worked the other direction. So on the detrigger happened once, and then it did detrigger and then trigger. So I think I just have one of these mixed up. Oh, look at that. They both say trigger. What happened? Here's the trigger event. This should call detrigger. Okay, that's it. That was the bug. I'm silly. Xylophone sounds. Yep, I like it a lot. I like that when you print an ID, it adds ref to it. Yeah. It's good to know what kind of variable it is, since otherwise you would have not a single clue with GML. It's actually not a xylophone. It's a steel drum, and I own a little steel drum, which is what I use to make that sound. The drum itself is far too out of tune to actually be useful for like music, but for pleasant chime sounds when you just like whack a thing as a sound effect, it's quite nice. Great. Okay. Perfect. It works now. Yeah, and it actually says that in the room editor too. Where is it? Oh no, it doesn't. It says inst. Oops. But yeah, the same thing with the underscore there. But yeah. Okay, so this goes over here. Well, I'm gonna like kind of rearrange everything. I think this is it's fine there for now. Okay, I think this puzzle is done. Hitting a switch in rhythm to make music. Hell yeah. Make one of those edits where like you arrange a song using sound effects. I love those so much. All right, so the goal is to get this fire bloom over here. And I can think of only one way, which is split the party. Sonia can't hit the switch, so we have to send Sonia forward. Hit the switch. I'm trying to cheese it, see if there's any. Yeah, there's simply no way for anyone besides Sonia to be over there. Hit the switch. Pass it over to Sonia. Oh, interesting. So Sonia can leave it here. Nope. Go back. Fumbling. All right. CG, don't you know you never split the party? In this game, you do. You have to. Secret Achievement plays the first few nights of the Fortnite dance tune. I see that and raise you Megalovania. I think there's a clip of someone almost playing Megalovania with Minecraft Amethyst blocks. Or Lost Woods. Secret Found Tune. Oh yeah. That's a great one. I did reference that when I made the puzzle solution sound effect. Which is this one. It was vaguely inspired by the Legend of Zelda Secret, or the puzzle solve tune from that. It's in D minor, I think. I think that's just a synth preset I found. It's also similar to the one that I used in a different game. Let me see if I can find it. It's in repositories. There it is. Oh, what is it? Oh, the single player? Does that have it? No, I added all the sounds right at the end. So it's in. Oh, here it is. This project involved like 5 or 6 different files. So here it is. I made that one for a different game, but I didn't feel like it was mysterious enough for Daughter of Dreams, so I made a different one. Thanks for the repost, Ivinsky. Checking my Discord notifications. Okay, so let's see. I made the switch. The puzzle, I am effectively happy with it. I actually don't even know about this. I think we can just have Sonia bring it back this way and use this part for something else. Or maybe this is better. Let's see. Well, let's start by making this spot a little bit wider. I wonder if there's anything I can do to make this a little bit more interesting. Now we're just doing some decoration and level design here. This is probably fine. We'll just put this over here. Because then I'm gonna, oops, delete some more collisions so that it's not in the way. Because I'd like this stuff to be a little bit further here because I have a plan for what to do in this corner. So I kind of reclaim that corner. Let's see here. Do some rapid level design, level rebuilding. I also need to move this somewhere that it's going to be visible and not overlap with the fire bloom. This has to be on the south side of these brambles because that's part of this little puzzle here. I'm definitely turning the music and SFX down when I play. Yes, it's down to 50% by default, and the music will be lower also. So hopefully it'll be balanced when you initially play. I have them up because when I'm doing the sound design, I really want to hear them, but I forget to turn it back down. You have notifications enabled for your Discord. So proud of me. I must admit I just have direct pings enabled. I do peek in every once in a while, but I have so many Discord servers I can't check all of them all the time. But if you ever want me to reply to something, feel free to give me a ping. I won't be upset. Yeah, I have more sensitive hearing than most everyone. Turn the volume at 8 or 9. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's like a mini superpower. But yeah, definitely turn the volume down then. Don't want to hurt yourself. Creates Python bot to ping cloaked every hour. I don't have a response to that. Besides, I guess please don't. I would like to stay in your Discord. Just gotta say. Uh, what if I put this switch up here instead? Everyone else needs to have it like 12 or 14. So whenever I watch something with someone else, I can't watch too many episodes or get a headache. Oh man. That seems troublesome. So that has to be here now, because we're going to take it around this way. And then I can do this. What? There's some water here. Who put that there? Couldn't be me. Man, I both love and hate programming, because making games, because every single thing that's wrong is my fault. Movie show marathons are difficult to arrange. Almost wonder if you need to find like an audio setup where you can I don't know if there is one, I guess. Like everyone use headphones connected to the TV. Like that's not really practical, is it? Let's see here. I don't like how little space there is here. I kind of want to move everything up a little bit, but I don't know if I can. I can probably move it all up once. Instead of this gate, I want to put back one of these because I think it's satisfying to reuse the fire bloom from here. So you swipe it across the river, blow it up here, get across. I have a strong theory that all programmers are masochists. I don't think I'm a masochist. Well, so first of all, I acknowledge that the joke that you said is funny. Um, I I think I don't like programming when it is a struggle, but I get immense satisfaction out of it actually working once it's done, and that's what keeps me going. I just have this unbendable faith that I will get through it, and it will have been worth it. Occasionally, I work on a programming project that is not worth it in the end, and those are some truly miserable days. Like a little while ago, I was trying to basically modify the Ocarina of Time randomizer using JSON files. There's like a thing you can do, and it's just not that well documented. And it was basically 2.5 days of writing JSON files and then not getting anything to work before I gave up. That sounds like denial, maybe. Yeah, my mom got this super ear thing that's meant to amplify sounds, and it works, but it works on everything. Oh no! So any crunching on chips is super loud. Yeah. It's definitely a tricky problem to try to sort sounds into what's the most useful. Tiles, walls. Let's see here. I want everything moved up one, right? That was my idea. Move these. Go up one here. I'm just gonna remove all the collision here. It's driving me batty. Just gonna copy paste this because this shape is a little weird. Okay. Boop, boop. Up 2. There's like part 1 of doing puzzle design is making the puzzle. Part 2 is making the puzzle that you designed not look terrible. Okay, so this means I need to make this a little bit higher. So we have these two. Collision. What happened? The wrong layer. Music is super loud and dialogue is quiet. In most shows, yeah, that always happens. It drives me batty. I don't know what's up with that. I wish that movies just shipped with 2 audio tracks that you could adjust with the TV, so you could just change the music and the dialogue separately, like the music and the background sounds and the dialogue, just like video games where you have a channel for everything. Like, if you're not gonna mix your audio correctly, at least let me do that. I wish you could stream like that too. Stream 2 audio channels. That's actually one of the reasons I don't stream with music, is that I can never figure out how to make it not drown out my speaking. Or I don't watch streams that have music, or if I do, I mute them because I am usually doing something else while watching a stream, and I don't want the music. I'm listening to my own music, or I'm playing a game that has music, right? And I would totally love to have the commentary from the stream and not the game sounds or not the music. I wish I could put subtitles on real life people also. Yeah, especially streams. Interesting code challenge how you decode sound information. Yeah, there's ways to do it. I mean, like there's algorithms, and sometimes it's AI based, where you can like extract speaking out of music or whatever, doing kind of frequency analysis. But it always ends up with like at best you end up with something that's a lot lower quality than the original. I mean, like white noise suppression is a rudimentary form of that, right? It's doing its best to remove the sounds from the stream that aren't the actual sound that you want. And it does that by just, you give it a sample basically of what the undesired input is, and you just subtract that. How do you know what's speaking, what's noise? It just, like, well, so you know that sound is made up of just a whole bunch of sine waves. So if you know what the sine waves are for the undesirable part of the audio, you take the original audio, you subtract the undesired audio, and you remove those sine waves out of it, and you can get just what remains. How the AI knows, that's machine learning, or you give it lots of samples to look at. I'm not an expert in that. So I don't know where to put this switch. Not this here. Problem with putting this here is, I'll load it and show it, is I need it somewhere that's obvious. But that I can still pass the thing to Sonia. Like, I can come here and do it, but then you like hit the switch too, and it's kind of weird. Oops. Oh, I hit the switch with the fire bloom. That's funny. My brain said sine waves before it said sine waves. My teacher would be so disappointed. I mean, it's been a while since you did math. For me, it's part of my regular job, but I don't imagine you're doing that much math on your own time. Yeah, honestly, even my job rarely involves math. Though the other day I was doing research for something I was trying to program, and came across a formula that had like 20 different variables. It's like, here's how you calculate the delay between these actions happening in game. And I was just like, I'm not doing that. See you later. Math is part of science, though. Oh, that's true. As long as when it comes down to it, you can do a sine wave. Doesn't matter how you spell it in your head. Look, wait, hold on. I just noticed something. Look at, oh my god. Where's the, there? Look at this! There's a blue pixel there. You can see it in the magnifying glass and right on the right edge of it. I don't know, when I programmed this magnifying glass, I didn't do a very good job. There it is. There's a blue pixel. I don't know what it is. That is the sign that a shadow is being displayed that is not pure blue. Because I basically, the water is done with a blue screen, effectively. That's why this is blue, right? Which means that this... What is this? This pixel. Aha, it's the soil. It's the dirt. TW terrain. No. And then this pixel is the one. Which one is it? This one, maybe? One of these. Anyways, we check the values. Sure enough. Sure enough. Because I'm using a blue screen, if I want that to display water, I need it to be purely blue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take... Uh-oh. All of these. Any others? No, just this one. This must mean this is an older sprite, because before I added the water. Make them all white. X. Then use this, which is the correct shadows. Put it back. Oh, wait. Did I? No, that's correct. So the blue pixel should be gone now, but let's go test it. Clifftop is trying its best. We believe in nature. There we go. Stray blue pixel eliminated. Where is it? There it is. It's good. Suddenly the water won't work. Oh, because of the grass? Oops. That's very explainable. There is no water. There's only water in this part because I deleted it all. Or if that was just an in before declaration, in which case, don't don't betray me. What is going on here? Turn off collision. I don't want. Okay. Or spawn space. There we go. So I don't want this here. I can put it low. Hmm. And in fact, this only happened because I changed where the water is. So let me do that. And then the spawn space is now changed. What's happened? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be a little more aggressive with this. Fill into these corners. Should be fine. Okay. My favorite bugs are the ones like that, where you do some simple change to sprite, then suddenly your menu decides it's broken. System decides it's not broken and never working. Yeah. Feel so bad sometimes. Oh my gosh, all the spawn space is wrong. Just gonna go through here and delete all this. Go back. Did I already delete the water collision here? No, I want that gone too. Because I want this to be a little bit straighter. Not maybe that straight. Just slightly gay. Could do this. And then I'm gonna give this a more pleasant shape. Let's see. So there's definitely a soft lock, which is not ideal. So at least one thing, which is if you send Lydia up here, and then you hold down a pressure plate with the fire bloom, and then use Lydia's chakram to break the fire bloom, the gate will go up and you'll be stuck. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. At least for now, I'm not going to worry about it. I think I'm going to have a way to just, at any moment, restart a puzzle. You can just go back to the start of the room. And that way I can ensure there's no soft locks. I need this somewhere. Where should it go? I'm going to put it across this water, but I don't think the player's going to find it. Like I need it somewhere visible. I'm trying to think. I'm mapping out options in my heads. Heads? I have more than one head. No one told me. Um, is that my sibling has decided to practice their flute in the room next to me? That's because that's their room. I don't think it's showing up on my mic according to OBS, but it might sound when I speak. Let's start with this spot. What was that about a flute? Someone is playing it. Hot cross buns wants to know your location. Oh, they are far beyond hot cross buns. I remember hot cross buns. The freaking little recorder. This is satisfying, but not. Oh, great. Actually, they are playing the Jaws theme right now. It sounds like. What if? I have an idea. Oh no, shark. What is this? Is here, and then this is it's gonna look ugly for a second. Bear with me. Looked like okay. This was fine. Blocked off. Oh gosh. So you could only hit it from this side, essentially. Well, okay. If it's here, can I hit it? We'll be streaming for a while longer. I kind of need to be right back. Don't want to, if you'll be gone by the time I get back. Love it. We're like, yay, this puzzle works, and I'm not gonna break it. Yeah, I'm not quite satisfied. Um, yeah, I think I'll probably stream for a little while longer. At least till 8:30. That's what I'll say. Because I started a little bit late. I'm kind of in the groove of things. I at least want to finish this room up and call it quits. And that'll take a little while. I see you in a bit. Now I'm thinking really hard about how to make this puzzle legendary and not just weird. So now I've got an interesting thing, which is... Oh, wait. Interesting. Hold on. This actually might kind of work as is. Well, I mean, there's this, which is... not quite what I want. But the interesting thing is, if Lydia was up here, she could release herself like that, which is neat. I like that. Okay. Thinking in my head a lot. Bear with me here. This puzzle should be pretty good. Yeah, I need it in a spot where I can't hit it by accident. Move it up one, and then make these walls a little bit shorter. Okay, I'll be right back. Gonna go do something. Okay. So this change adds some extra space down here, and up here I can hit the switch. I think I might like this wall to be up a little bit as well. That's a-okay. I can make this doorway a little bit smaller. Okay, sorry about that. So this gives me a little bit more space to hit the switch from on top. I'll do here. Down here, you can put the fire bloom. Delete that. I don't need it anymore. Okay, so then this will work. Like a little bit more space here. Okay, like that better. Actually, maybe I move the fire bloom down to where can't I click? Terrain A? What is going on? Huh. Don't know what that was. That here. That's better. I like that better. Let's see here. Okay, one last thing to test, and then I'm just going to put all the collision in. I think I'm happy with this. I turned with more hydration. It's a hydration reminder. Thank you. I have been sipping my water. I will drink more. I had the handle on the sink the wrong direction though, so my water is above room temperature. I accidentally had the hot faucet on, which is not quite what I wanted. What is? That's a weird one. Anyways, let's see here. Oh, here's what I wanted to test. Is this? Yeah, that's good. There's our shortcut. Great. Okay, then I'm gonna do all the collision and stuff. This is gonna take a minute, a little bit. Those are fine, actually. Nope, this is not, though. Okay. Spawn spaces. This is likely a big mess. Spawn spaces there. Oh, that's spawn space water, so that's fine. There. Just deleting all the ones I don't need anymore. Probably just get the spawn space object out. Yeah, I'm doing that one now. Spawn space. We'll use walkable for this. Boom. Let's see here. So this is for the plants. Wait, I want to hide the collision layer. Alt. Excellent. So for the trees on top of the cliffs. Just fill in all the gaps. I'm going to does that matter? No. What's going on? Expand. Okay. Jeeves. Okay. Fill in these. Do that instead. I'm gonna add a little bit of dirt in here. Clumps. Not like a little patch of mud, I guess. No. This is good enough. Spawn space. Excellent. Great. Oh, and then here I'm going to add a little bit of cobblestone. Not quite that much cobblestone. Maybe not. Don't really like it. I can do dirt though. Yeah, that way. Just to highlight the hey Gaspon, how's it going? Just to highlight the switch so that no player misses it. Walkable. That's all good. Wait, these can be regulars. Okay. It should all be walkable. Just getting my mouth. What do all the somewhat transparent layers mean? Oh yeah, I can explain that. Um, so the semi-transparent things are just like invisible parts of the level design. So the collision layer is just red is where you can't walk, yellow is where there's water. And then the spawn space is where foliage can grow. So the teal on top of the cliffs is one type of foliage. The blue ones is a type of foliage and can have trees that prevent the player from walking through. And then this teal is walkable, which means no trees, so that I can guarantee this path is navigable by the player, if that makes sense. Doing good, working on a 5-bit text encoding system for fun. For fun, nice. I did that for an assignment once. It was actually also fun. So, glad to hear you've got a neat project going on. Okay. Do this. Now, did I use it for the purple areas? Did. We'll do that again. Okay, got a bit more efficient, whatever. And then I think there's a couple cliffs here that need it. That. This needs it. There we go. I'm also wearing a song, but taking a short break from that. Good to take breaks. I did a little bit of music composition the other day. Oh, Caspon, I think you saw the rhythm game I was playing. I'm playing a Dance of Ice and Fire. Or Fire and Ice, I always don't know which way. I did start making a custom level using one of my songs for a little bit. And then it turned out that's just really hard. But it was fun, and I'll probably finish it eventually. I kind of want to make a remastered version of it, though, which means it'll take a little bit of time. Okay, back onto the collision layer. Let's do our water first. Oh, go. There we go. Is that everything? Okay, good. Wall. Don't miss any spots, or the player will walk through a wall and be like, yo, what's up, game developer? And I'll have to embarrassingly say, there's no wall there. This will not be the first time that has happened. The room editor is definitely lagging, which makes me grouchy. Game Maker, this is like literally my livelihood. Can you please not lag? It doesn't lag in the game. That's what drives me batty. Like, come on. Surely you're doing less in the editor than you are in the game running, but I guess not. That's all the collision. Note to self, attempt to walk through all walls in future alpha tests. Now that's what a power user does. He tries every wall. He spent like one alpha testing session. I watched him spend an hour and a half in one room, falling into water at different angles. And I'm like, listen, man, I know you found one or two bugs that way. I think I patched them all. You can safely move on and find more important stuff, or like play the story or use the combat. But no, he just wanted to know if he could teleport by falling into water. And you know what? Fair enough, man. I need all the alpha testers. Uh, you all have your different specialties. Actually, one more thing. I want to move this up a little bit. There instead. Oh, which also means I need to fix this. There. Okay, I'm gonna make this not barrier. Where's the fog? Runes. Fog. Do I have a par rune? I should. Or it can just be parent. Oh, par no carry is the issue here. it needs to be... its parent needs to be par all visible. I think that's correct. We should be... these are now just... what? Oh. Should be the case that these purple things are now... what is this? How did that happen? Weird. These purple things are now the kind of ordinary sprites. I remember a few bugs from combat tests where game would crash every 1 minute of play. Yeah. Mine is complaining about not being able to test the game. Yeah, I know. I haven't got the Steam figured out yet. I'll do that for the next version for sure, though. It's going to be a very important version. That'll be done in February, everybody. I'm pretty strongly committed to that. Okay, so these are now kind of just on the regular layer instead of like above everything. There's still just a transparent purple sprite, but I'll update those sprites later. All right, so let's breeze through this puzzle real quick, and then I'll go into the next stream, and that'll probably be the end of the stream. Send Sonia up this way. Oops. This way. Oh, didn't need a swamp. Grab this. Grab this. Excellent. Okay, puzzle complete. I'm happier with that than the one I had before. It's a little bit basic, but I mean, it also introduces a new mechanic with the switch, so in a way where you can see the whole thing. And the other thing is, like, if you solve this first puzzle by placing it here and then collecting it, you might not realize you can pass it to another character like this. And this puzzle, the entire point of it, oh my gosh, the entire point of it is to use that technique. That's why it took so long to design it, but now it's possible. You have to do it like that, though. Put Sonia in there, let her in, choose to collect it, put it here. Oops. Let her out. Grab it this way. Boom. And it's not too long to solve once you know how to do it. So I'm happy with that, yeah. I'm going to call that a puzzle down. I'm going to call that Tanglewood Room South actually done, which is a great relief. This one will go, this path goes over here, which is correct. Oh my god, don't pay attention to that. Do that next. And then the next room that I'm going to finish will be Tanglewood Southeast, which is this room. And it's actually mostly done. I need to add two things. That was there's a tiny fog effect, but then somehow, I don't remember exactly what happened, but all of the fog effects, which is supposed to be this slight transparent green, you can see it in this room. It's the thing that's moving in the foreground. They all turned, they lost their properties. I don't know why. And I just haven't fixed it in that one room yet because I haven't been in there. So yeah, this room, what does this say? Oh, that's out of date. this room, I will be adding a story element and maybe a small puzzle. Oh, hey, there's this path too. Some monies. Nice. Yeah. I just lost all the green and the transparency. It's easy to fix though. I just haven't bothered yet. So this will be this section will become a gate puzzle. I actually have one that. Well, I have one that works for 3 players that I'll use somewhere else. And then up here will be a story thing. And then you come up here and get your changing crystal. And you're back at the start and you have the changing crystal, so you can do the second part of the dungeon. Yeah, that's that. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm going to head off the stream now. Oh my gosh, look at this. Time for the magnifying glass again. What happened? What happened here? Look at that. Missing square. How could this have happened? Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Glad I could be streaming. I've been doing it regularly. It's kind of fun, especially when people show up to chat. Don't know how much more I'll do this weekend, but I'm definitely making good progress now, which is great. And have a good evening, everybody. Goodbye. Bit it off, so you're hungry. Oh, okay, well. I'm glad you could enjoy a nice Vine dinner.